Hello everybody, thank you for joining. Thank you for returning, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Cheryl, and I'm very glad to meet you. I hope you're all having a good day. I've been waiting for the sun to go around the corner, and it did, and now we think we're getting a thunderstorm, so you might hear some rain. Before I get started, I wanted to tell you about a book. If you don't already know, it's Junk Journal Joy. She is on YouTube, Francesca, and I've been following her for years, and she came out with a book a while ago. Actually, I don't know when she came out with it. It was recent, 2025, so this year. Couple of months ago, and I've been waiting for it to go on sale, and it finally went on sale on Amazon, so I picked it up. I think it was like $19. I am so happy. I haven't been able to put it down, but it is fantastic for new junk journalers, seasoned. I mean, she's got so many ideas, and just wonderful. It's a great book. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know about that, and that it was on sale. For today's project, I had started a little book, like a little tag book, and I was going to use some pieces that I had left over from Raindrop Lila, but then I got tempted to print our new kit, which is this one. It's vintage floral backgrounds. And I almost got tempted to pull some from that new kit, and I don't want to. I want to wait. I have all my cut-offs and pieces that are left over from my Yellow Roses journal that I made. And I'll show you what we're going to make. It's in here somewhere. Here it is. So I started making this. I did cut this out of one page, but then I took the cover page. Don't ever throw this away, print it. It's very useful. But I did make a page already. I actually put a signature in here, but I took it out so I could put it in my other one. But I just collaged this with some papers from the Yellow Roses kit. This is from a tag from the Yellow Roses kit, and this piece went right here, and I made a little tag out of it. And this I collaged with some things from Yellow Roses. And I just put it on some printed ledger that I had printed on tea stain paper. So I'm gonna save this for the fall, I think. I just love this kit. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. It's vintage floral backgrounds and tags kit. But I am going to save it, I think, because for August, I've already started pulling, well, I've printed my pages for that journal, which I'm very excited about. It's going to be an ocean theme. So I'm working on that, but so I wanted to do something simple, so I pulled her pink, I have Raindrop Lila pink file, so I pulled her file, and I went through it, and I thought, yes, I want to work with some pinks. So this is primarily peachy pinks, and I love this kit. Some of the pages have already been collaged, so those aren't hers, like this one. So this is a great page to work with in a small journal. You can cut it apart. You can use it for the cover of what I'm going to make. These are two different ones. And this is from Peachy Pink. And I also have another collection of pinks of hers, which is the Felicity, which I might be pulling from and using some of those pages as well. So I'm just gonna leave this here. I just wanted to show you that I'll be working primarily with Peachy Pink because I have the most of those printed. So I'm gonna put this over here and show you what we're going to make. I mean, show you how to make that. So you can make this with a 6x6, you can make it 10x10, 12x12, 8x8, 4x4, any size you want. This would be great for an insert in your journal, or as a tag book, which is what I'm going to be making, a tag journal. That's why I'm using the 12x12, okay? And you don't have to cover it. If you have a nice piece of 12x12 cardstock, like I had this one pulled, but it's too orangey, so I'm not going to use it. It's not really peach, it's a lot of pinks. I mean, a lot of like, sort of got an orange hue to it. And the Peachy Pinks has lots of pink in it. So I decided to use white and cover it. Let me just put this back, slide this in my paper holder. Okay. So all you're going to do is, the way I made my first one was a lot harder. This one I had seen on treasure books, basically the same construction, but different from what she did. But we all do that. I mean, we'll take somebody's idea and put our own spin on it. So I'll do the 12x12 first, and then I'll show you an 8x8, because this is really simple. So you just want to make sure that those 2 points meet up perfectly. Come down here and make sure that this point also matches up. Make sure everything matches up perfectly, and then give it a pinch right there so that you know that that point is matching up. Then take it and turn it, do the same thing. Match this up perfectly. It's very simple. If you saw my Christmas in July, you've already seen this, because I did one for Christmas in July. I was in a collaboration with Sweet Pea Papers. So that's matched up perfectly. Now I can go across and I can give that a good varnish. Now I'm using cardstock, so you have to really varnish it well. If you're just using paper, 12x12 paper, it's going to be a lot easier, because, you know, cardstock is heavier. And I'll show you, because I'm going to use a piece of just copy paper to make the 8x8. So now you've got something that looks like this. You want your crease going side to side, okay? Now, because this is 12x12, I want to take my ruler and I want to go in 6 inches from the corner. If you were using 10x10, you'd go in 5 inches. 8x8, you'd go in 4 inches, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to make a mark at my 6 inch, and then turn it, and I'm going to go in and make my mark. Oops, at my 6 inches. Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to take it and put your finger here, take this point, and you want to make sure that you bend it right where your finger is, okay? You want to bend it right there, but don't fold it until you make sure that you're right on that crease mark, okay? Which is right here, okay? There's that crease right here. You want to make sure that that point is on your crease mark, and then you can go ahead and press it down. And fold it. And like I said, you could use this, you know, as part of your journal. You know, put it inside a journal. I'm not going to be. Again, you're going to do the same thing on this side. Put your finger here and bend it Make sure it lines up on that crease. I'm just holding it right there so it will stay. And then give it a good press. And I pulled some other things for this as well. I'll show you. Now you're going to take this side, you know, your right side. And don't worry about this. We're going to cut that off. But I'm leaving it there till I figure out how much I need to cut off. And you can cover the outside, the entire inside, which is what I did because mine was a very minty green and I didn't like it. So, and I'm using white because I couldn't find anything that really matched my peachy pink in my collection of 12 by 12s because I've gotten rid of a lot of it. Now for this piece, just fold it over this way, like so. Burnish that. Now open it back up. We're going to cut this piece off so we have no bulk. Right along where it folded. Yep. And then I'm going to glue that down. I'm just using Fabri-Tac because it dries fast. You can use art glitter glue as well. That dries fast as well. As a matter of fact, I think I'll use it next. So just along this crease, right, this little line right here, fold it over, hope up in frame, and press it down. So that's the only place you're going to glue it, because these will become pockets if you want them to be. Otherwise you can cover the whole thing. But as an insert in your journal, it would be fabulous. Now I'm just going to cut this piece off. Now for this piece, the only place you're going to glue, I'm going to show you with my pencil, is here and here. Okay? I'll go ahead and use my Fabri-Tac because that dries really fast. I mean my art glitter glue. So you're gluing here and here. And that's it. If I can get my pen in. I'm going to bring this up and get glue everywhere. Excuse me. And just press that down. And then when you refold it, put your fingers here and make sure nothing's wonky before you press that down with your bone folder. Make sure everything matches up perfectly. Like these two corners especially. Make sure they match up really well. And it does. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to re-burnish this fold. Oh, going off. Now you've got a lot of paper there, so that's why I make sure before I burnish it that everything's matching up. And then burnish it really well. And then put it under some heavy books or what have you, and it will stay. I'm going to reburnish this and this, but especially here, because it is cardstock. But if you're using paper, you can do it with your finger. Okay, so now you've got this, which I just made a crease in that, but that's okay. It's not going to show. All right, let me just make sure that nothing needs to be trimmed off there. No. All right, so now what we're going to do is take our ruler, and this point here and this point here, okay? That's where you want to put your ruler, okay? If you put it down any further, say you put it down to here, if you put your ruler here, this is going to be real wide. If you bend it too much, you want to take it and line it up point to point there. If you only have a little piece, you're doing it right. Fold that up, go around to the other side. Same thing. Put your ruler here. And you're going to bend that up. Now, you want to fold this right where you glued it, right here, here and here. Fold it up and clip it until that glue dries. Now, our glitter glue dries pretty fast, so I don't have to clip it for very long. But while that's clipped, I'll show you other things I've pulled. Now, I've already made my signature, because I made it for my other one and then took it out. I used legal size paper because I got it at Goodwill for $1, 500 sheets. And I use it a lot. It's great for collaging. It's great for a lot of things. I was going to put it back, and my husband said, "Why are you going to put it back?" I said, "Well, I'm never going to use it in my printer." And he said, "Well, you could always cut it down." I'm thinking, oh yeah, it's 8.5 by whatever it is. What is it? 14? Yeah. You can cut it down to 8.5 by 11. So you've got this piece right here to paint on or whatever. It's great with watercolors. If you're doing watercolor swatches and things like that. And you can get this anywhere. It's very inexpensive. So that's what I used to make my signature. Well, not all the papers, but I just folded it up like this. Okay. And then I put it inside this should be dry, because I use the art glitter glue. I put it inside like this, and then I pulled it over just a little bit so it wouldn't be, exactly the same. And then I marked it with a pencil, and then I cut it. And then I used that for my template for all my papers. Then when I was finished, I marked my first piece where I wanted the tag shape. You don't have to make a tag shape, but to make the tag shape, I cut that first, and then I just took my ruler and my knife And I just cut through all the papers that I had used. And I used some, I think I used some ledger paper. I used some music. It's not all in order or anything right now, but I used some score sheet. You can use whatever you want. I'm going to add some book page. So that is, oh no, we need to do one more thing if you want to make it a tag shape. So I'm just going to make sure all my points match up, which they do. I'm going to fold this piece back here so I know that I'm cutting right, and I'm going to cut these both at the same time. With my knife. And now you have what looks like a tag. And it's good size. For a journal. It measures 7.5 inches long by just about 5 inches, like a skosh off of 5 inches. Okay, so this could go into an 8.5 by, you know, a regular size journal, this size, or like this is an 8 by 8. Again, simple. This will be real simple because you won't need to do any scoring or anything because it's just copy paper. So over, over. Now we're going to, where that fold is, it's 8 by 8, so we're going to go in 4 inches because it's 8 by 8. So 4 inches. Take our finger, put it here, fold it up, make sure it's on that score line. Fold, other side. I'm right-handed, so I always have to turn things. And make sure it's on the score line. Okay, then fold this side in, fold this side in. Again, perfect for the inside of your journal, for the 8 by 8. You could do a whole little stack of them, you know, do 8 by 12 by 12, 10 by 10, 8 by 8. 6 by 6, 4 by 4. That would look nice. You know, all stacked and tied together. How fun would that be? Oh, I might think that's a good idea. So I'll just use a little bit of this. Now this, you go all the way across. This, I'll fold back, or I'll fold it over. It's easier. I'm going to cut that off. You could use a double-sided piece of your scrapbook paper or one of your printables for this. For the inside of your journal, you could put it in a pocket. You could, you know, tie it into a signature. Like, you know, that would be really cute. Now again, you're only going to put your glue, where is it? There it is, here. and here. Okay. So here and here, and that's it. And then your ruler, you want to be way up here where your two corners meet, because you only need a little piece. And you can keep this closed with any kind, you know, you could do with your crocodile. I have a different punch that I use for mine, for your tie, for your closure. You could just tie it with twine. You could not tie it at all. Scissors. I'll just use my scissors because this is very light crappy paper. Didn't do that very good. Jeez. Can't cut a straight line to save my life. I should have done them both at the same time. And there you go. Now, if you were going to put this inside a journal, you know, inside a signature, in one of your signatures, tie it into a signature. You could leave it like this. This is 8 by 8. Goodness gracious, so picky. And you could have a smaller one, or nothing, you know, and you could put, you know, little tags. I don't have anything right here because I've straightened up and cleaned up, and I'm so excited. I pulled out some of my tea cards for this journal that I'm making, so I'll just show you with one of these. I keep them in these little plastic things, but you know, you've got a pocket here, pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. You could put something here, or you could use this as a little tag book, which I did not cut evenly. I should have cut both at the same time, like I did with the other one. Make sure everything's lined up perfectly. I did not do that with this. And then cut those two ends at the same time so you know it matches up exact. Okay, there. But that would be cute inside a signature. Okay, and then you've got a pocket, 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 pocket. You could put something here, 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 here. I mean, you could really fill this up. Here. You could decorate the front, put a little pocket on the front, decorate it, or whatever you wanted. And that's how easy it is. So, just put this back in here. So I've pulled some tea cards. My friend Patty sent me a little gift from Wildflower Studio. So I pulled this little pack of fabric. So I'll do some little bit of stitching for this. But it has lots of pinks and yellows and reds and some old fabrics and old sheeting. So I'm going to use some of that because I hadn't put it away yet. Because I'm making a scrapbook, a slow stitch bowl. And I thought I'd use some of these pieces. And I thought, well, I'll use some for my journal as well. So I have that little bundle of fabrics I can use. I'm just giving you some ideas. I pulled out some washi tapes that I thought would go. They're all pinks and peaches and yellows. I pulled out a book called Paris in Bloom. This is a gorgeous book. I got it at my used bookstore. It's never been read. I mean, you can tell by the pages it's never ever been read. But like you could cut pieces out, you know, for this journal. You could cut this whole thing out and cover a page. All those ribbons. Oh my goodness, it's a gorgeous book. So look for that. Pick it up if you find it. It's all matte pages and it goes beautiful with any journal. I also have London in Bloom as well. So I haven't touched this one yet, and I might use my London in Bloom photos first. But isn't it gorgeous? Great book for journals. So I pulled out that. And then some photographs that are my own, that I own. Just little baby photos. Look at Drift. Huh? That was my husband's aunt. She's passed away now. She'd be in her 80s. And then just a whole bunch of really fun photos. Children, my sister-in-law's on their bicycle. I just thought, you know, I love black and whites, and I have duplicates of these. So I thought that I'd use some of these in this journal. I love photography. And then Celeste from Woodland Inspired. She's on Instagram, she's on YouTube and Etsy. So I'll leave that link below. They're embossed postage stamps that I purchased from her. And they're made out of tracing paper. Can you see the embossing in that? I love these. I use them sparingly. Hello, Celeste, if you're watching. And I pulled out an old book to use for collage and possibly add some book pages to my signature. And that's about it. I haven't pulled out any laces yet. I just finished organizing them. So I'll get to that. But I pulled out an old book so I could use some pages out of this as well. They're good, hefty pages for collage. And they're in a different language. I'm not sure. I think maybe Dutch or German. Dutch, I think. I'll have to ask my husband. He's real good at language. I mean, he can just, he'll be able to read that. So, anyway, I pulled out an old book for some collaging, and I might add some of those pages. So that's what I've done so far. I'm not going to pull out a lot of things because I don't want to make a mess, to be honest. And I'm not going to work on my August journal yet. I did pull out the pages and I pulled out a book. And it's going to be sea-themed because I love the ocean. We live near the ocean. We've always lived near the ocean. We lived a mile from Plymouth Rock and a quarter mile from the beach. So yeah, I'm a very big beach person, and I want to do another sea-themed journal, and that will be for Raindrop Violet as well. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed that. Do try, if you can, to, again, I'll be using primarily Peachy Pink. There are some pages that are already collaged, which is really nice. It would make a great cover. You know, could do something like this. You know, because it's already collaged for you. I think I'll go with a more plain pattern because I'll be doing things on the top. Here's an, oh, that's a duplicate. There's some other things in here too, I think from Graphic Fairies, but it's primarily Peachy Pink. And I do have Felicity. I might pull some pages from that. I was thinking more of plain, you know, going more plain. And so I can do something on the front. I don't know. That's a stamp. I have some other things in here too that I pulled that I might use from Graphic Fairies. Like, just, I think they're collage papers mostly. But anyway, I'll be using mostly Peachy Pink. because I have it, and Felicity because I have it. Already printed. And then some of my own photos, some book pages, some washi tapes. I do have Peachy Pink washi tapes printed as well. They're in my ephemera book. I'll have to go through that, see what I have too. And so yeah, let me know in the description box below what you think about this sweet little project. And I'll be back again now and then to show you my progress and to do some craft with me videos. Okay, so I'm glad to be back, and I hope you're all doing well and that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. All right, everybody, bye-bye. Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.